Hello and welcome to Adria International Raceway, where we have qualifying highlights for the Italian Grand Prix, and we have just seen a big hit for Lewis Hamilton. This is in the last minute or so. A big hit from the Brit. His first time racing for the Scuderia at his home Grand Prix. Okay, that's not very appropriate. Advertising board, I did not notice that. Oops. Yeah, that was a big hit for Hamilton. We'll get some more replays of that, if we can not have the inappropriate advertising board. Thank you, R-Factor, for that really appropriate mod. Yeah, this is on board of Hamilton. He was on there for a pretty decent lap, and then it's going through the kind of like, call it a mountain section, loses it on the curbs, and then just it spat out into the barrier, bounces off. Thankfully, was far enough in front of the other cars that he was able to not get collected by anyone. But let's go through your grid then. At the back, Carlos Sainz. It's not been a good season for him so far. He left Ferrari, joined VCarb, his former team, and he's just been constantly being outperformed by his teammate Liam Lawson. He had a decent qualifying and race 2 weeks ago in South Africa, but apart from that, it's just not been his day. Anyway, 22nd, Leonardo Fornaroli, the first wildcard entry. Of course, we've got 3 this weekend, 3 Italians. He's racing for Haas, the same team he raced for at the F2 World Cup. Of course, not technically part of the driver academy, but because he has raced for them before, Haas wanted to pick him up for this weekend. Of course, F2 Championship leader currently, not doing too badly there. Most recently won at the Hungaroring. Yeah, Valentino Rossi in 21st. Of course, he's not an F1 driver. He's only recently started doing GT racing after leaving MotoGP, an absolute legend. He's down in 21st. Frederick Vesti in 20th. Lando Norris, second in the championship, starting in 19th. That is huge. Very disappointing qualifying from him. Maloney 18th. Drogovic 17th. Doohan 16th. Pourchaire 15th. Albon 14th. Lawson 13th. We've got Behrman 12th. Russell 11th. Gasly 10th, Ocon 9th, Hamilton, of course, with all that crash, he's in 8th. Gabriele Mini, very well from him, in 7th place. He's the leading Alpine driver, ahead of both of his teammates, the wildcard driver, the Alpine Academy driver, not doing too badly at all. And then we've got Stroll, Verstappen, Tsunoda, a big hit he had yesterday. Of course, this is Hamilton's second big crash in as many days. He got ran into by Tsunoda in the sprint race on the opening lap. Thankfully, they were able to repair his car in time. Can they repair it a second time, though, in time for the Grand Prix in only a few hours' time? But yeah, Tsunoda in 4th after disappointing qualifying yesterday. Very well for him to get up there. Antonelli, the 4th home driver, the leading home driver in the Mercedes. He's in 3rd. Oscar Piastri, your winner in the sprint race yesterday, your championship leader by 9 points. He's 2nd, and your pole sitter, Charles Leclerc, in front of the home crowd for the Tifosi, the Monegasque, at the Italian Grand Prix. He won this race in 2019, hasn't won it since. Is he going to be able to win it for the Tifosi once more? Let's see an on-board lap of him. Let's see his pole lap. Where is it? This it? I think so. What about this one? Is it this one? It would be the one after this one. So let's go through an on-board lap with Charles Leclerc. He goes around the final corner. And towards the start-finish straight, the first race this season which has DRS, which is quite nice. As he goes through Amato, quite a bit different to the layout we had of this part yesterday. It's a long left-hander before a left-right chicane, then down to the next straight before a very long double right-hander. Don't really hit the apex. He got hit the apex there, which he does. Then down the next straight towards the first hairpin. This is similar to one when we saw the Tsunoda Hamilton Norris crash yesterday, but of course not the exact same area in terms of the coordinates and that. And then a second hairpin, another tight one. We've got 2 tight hairpins now. Hopefully we don't see any incidents like we did yesterday. Then the final hairpin, the third one, it's not as tight, quite a bit longer. Just stay on the apex and you should be fine. Then we go towards the back straight, and then this new little section which was built in 2021. little bit of a right-hander before I left. Hit the apex. And then a very twisty section through Quadra 1 where we saw Hamilton have his crash. Quadra 2 back onto the section we had in yesterday's race. The first time we had anything which is reminiscent to the sprint circuit. Through Delgado, down, round, hit the apex, towards Della Fonte. Hit the apex actually, quite far away from it. And then open the DRS, and that is a lap of Adria International Raceway, your pole lap from Charles Leclerc. We'll be back later today. It is a 2 PM UK time, lights out, 3 PM local time, so I'll see you then. Goodbye.